Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So basically this video is about two techniques on how I normally hide my eye bags and how I conceal my ugly blemishes. So if you think that all the blemishes are totally gone and my eye bags look fresh, then yes, what you're gonna do is please keep on watching. This side right here would be your left side, is the first technique, and the other side, which would be your right side, is another technique. So I could show them both to you in one setting. So sometimes your foundation is really full coverage, and if you don't have really bad blemishes right there or hyperpigmentation, your foundation could cover it, so you don't need a concealer. But in my case, if you are like me, having a lot of really ugly dark spots right there, you really need to conceal them so that your makeup look would look flawless. So I'm gonna be using this YSL brand right here. This foundation could be a very full coverage if you're gonna layer it, so really possible that it could cover all of the blemishes. But in this case, I think I'm just gonna use 2 pumps or less, we shall see. So I'm just gonna distribute the product all over the face and start stamping it. Drag and then stamp, and since even though we are stamping, yet we couldn't avoid strikes because we're using brush. So what I normally does off cam, I grab my beauty blender or beauty sponge, any kinds of sponge for the face, and just stamp it all over the face so the product is sticking onto the skin and it doesn't move. And then I'm gonna start concealing my face. For this side right here, I'm gonna be using a regular concealer. One is to highlight and the other one is to conceal. While on the other side is I'm gonna be using, first is Watercolor Cream Tint. And after that, I'm gonna layer it with a concealer. It could be the dark concealer or the light concealer. So using this Althea Cream Lip Tint in a shade Peach Cream, and I'm gonna put some under my eye, and then I don't have to. The thing is, don't let it stay onto your skin for a long time or it will give a stain, a really bad stain. So I distribute it like this, or you could use your finger, whatever is your preference, like that. And I will add a little bit more. Like this. Okay, that is distributed. So what I'm going to do on the other side is pick the darkest shade. This is in the shade Honey. Is this the darkest shade? Yeah, it's the darkest shade of the concealers I have. And then I'm just gonna go straight and conceal this side right here. And I'm gonna use a brush. Let me add more layers on this side right here. So if I don't use this one, I am really generous of this side right here when it comes to putting concealer, so it hides the eye bags 100%. And this one right here, even though this is a lip tint, it serves like a color corrector. So it helps block the dark spot right there, And yeah, now I'm picking up the same shade as what I have used on my left side and just start applying it on top of the lip tint. And then I'm just gonna use a brush, and if you're too worried that the lip tint might stain your skin, in my case, since I applied foundation first and then after is I apply the lip tint, then it will not really stain my skin because I put the foundation first and then I followed applying the lip tint. I did not apply it straight with a bare face. And then I'm gonna add another layer. Okay, so I'm using brush, and just to make sure that you don't move all of the layers down there, so I'm just stamping it, and then after that I always use my sponge. Now I'm gonna start applying the lighter shade of concealer. This is by the brand Althea Korea. It's the same brand, but this is in the shade Vanilla. The first one that we used, which was darker, it was honey. It was a honey shade. Now I'm gonna start applying it to the part where I want it highlighted, especially this under eye right here. And you know what? The only difference, the only thing that would differ to this side right here on the other side is the applying of lip tint. And I introduced this in my YouTube page or YouTube channel because I strongly believe that it works. It did work on me. So why not share this technique? This is not new. I'm sure you've seen this in some of the page, but it is proven and tested on my part, and yeah, like I've said, it works well. So highlighting now the part where I want it highlighted, especially this one right here. It is super, my face is really super white right now because you know what? That will look better once we apply the bronzer and the contour. So, oh my god, perfection. And then I could not. Can you still see the blemishes right there? There you go. And before the creasing starts to look super ugly, let me grab my powder right here. I'm gonna be using this Huda Beauty. This is Pound Cake shade. So opening it up, dipping my sponge right there. Sponge, right? Is it sponge? Dipping my sponge. This is a dry sponge, and just distribute the product and start baking this under eye right here, just to make sure that this look right here will stay put, or this makeup will stay put all day. And yeah, so that is important. We're gonna brush it off after, but first let me bake that thing right there. And for the rest of my face, I'm gonna be using a brush and just tapping it like that. Is it focusing? So just tapping it like that. Okay, so I took a big pause off cam, and then I guess this one right here is ready, so I'm just gonna brush off the excess powder. Now what I am going to do is to feel this side right here and all over my face. If you feel like there is still a bit stickiness on your face, then don't hesitate to go back and dip your brush and start setting your face with the powder, because if you really insist and proceed applying the rest of the makeup, like the bronzing, the contour, and that face there is not yet ready, what will happen tendency is the makeup will just move, especially if you keep brushing it. So just make sure that it's totally set and ready for your bronzing. I guess my face is so ready. I'm not feeling any stickiness there at all. So yeah, so this video is only intended on how to hide my under eye eye bags and my blemishes. Now let me do the rest of the makeup off cam and I'll be right back. So done with the rest of the makeup, and I would say that I really love the result of it. Like I've said earlier, I will only introduce techniques that I tested it and it worked. So that's why I introduced it to you, because probably you were also struggling on how to cover those eye bags, and I hope that this techniques would help, and I hope too that I was able to deliver it clearly and precisely. If not, then please let me know and leave your suggestions or comments or questions down below, and I'm gonna take time answering those. Anyways guys, I hope this video is very substantial in your part, and if it does, then please don't forget to click the like button, and if you're not subscribed, then please do subscribe. I'm gonna try to do more tips and techniques in the future, so stay tuned, and yeah, see you on my next post. I love you. Bye.